This is really going to take off, and it's going to make all of you proud about what you're doing too. You'll be able to really accomplish a lot.
I'm looking at like the one with all
another website that's really interesting is called, another organization that works with Nepal is called NIOF, Nepalese Youth Opportunity Foundation. They don't deal with trafficked girls so much, but what they do is they educate girls instead of having them sold to work as domestic servants. So for about $100, they give $50 buys a pig for the family, and then the family gets that money, which is be about the same money that the girl would get for their family for working for a whole year.
That's great.
And then the other $50, gives them an education.
Yeah.
They've educated, I think, like 5,000 girls.
I think that's really good. I think that right now I'm very inspired to work for Maiti Nepal. Just from seeing that video.
Yeah, Maiti's really doing great work.
Like when you have those girls who escape from it going back to help the other girls, and only they could do it because they know where the places are and the secret,
and all these lies that
they're
just erupting.
I think that
lady was freaking me out.
I know. It's so weird. But I think that for me, that's the one. That's the organization I want to help at this moment. I'm just like,
Really?
No, but I think it's more like saying that we use those to try to because it's probably bigger than what we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we can, the not for sale thing is a really good idea because, the high school kid, I had no idea how I just thought, okay, I'm going to go to my guidance counselor and be like, how am I going to start my club? And I think it's just a way faster thing. And, since they already have all these organizations working with them, it's just easier. I think that's what we should try to do right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that we
don't try to reinvent the wheel when it's already there.
Yeah. I think that what we should do, I think we should get ideas from the not for sale stuff, definitely. But I think that we could talk to our principals, talk to people, and or I don't know, maybe we could do money for all kinds of different things. But what I want to do right now is I just want to do all the stuff, do the buttons, do the bracelets, raise money, manicure thing maybe, the boss, the dances, just raise money and give it to Maiti Nepal. I think that is.
I think we should go into local stores and local companies and things like that, and just see what services they can offer, what they can give us. Just ask anything.
Maybe there's how sometimes really big stores or maybe small stores have shop for cause where every item you buy will take $1 off of it and give it to this. Maybe we could ask them for something.
I think the problem is we're trying to do something big and we haven't even started it off yet. So we should just start
start small.
Yeah, start small. Start with a little bit of clubs in our schools and then start going to the larger companies being okay, can you help us with this? We want to spread it around the country, the nation, the state, the nation, the whole world, I guess. Because it's really, we should start small.
You need to educate your friends.
Yeah, start by spreading the word and maybe saying, well, if you're interested, why don't you come to this meeting on so and so.
Yeah.
I think maybe Kiara would come, not Bob, Kiara. Or maybe Zach.
I think that we could start. I think I think that there are 2 steps that I would want to start with, maybe even 3. The first one I would say would be to talk to the principal and try to arrange a thing where people view that film that we just saw.
Yeah,
and I think that would be the first step.
Sort of screening.
Yeah, people would yeah. Where they should rent the Beacon Theater, whatever it is. You could probably install some kind of projector and classes could go in there one at a time.
Maybe, I don't know. We have TVs, maybe in history we could watch.
Yeah.
And then and then after that are we gonna start with the not for sale thing and then start doing stuff?
Simultaneous.
Well, I think we should do
I think it would be really wise for you girls to make a list over the next week of all the things, no matter how outrageous you can think of, and no matter how far-reaching or small. Write them down and start emailing it to the group. We'll share our emails.
Can we get a list of
Yes,
emails?
we're going to get everybody's emails and we're going to share everybody's ideas. And then once we have all our ideas, we'll meet back in 2 weeks and start implementing what we think we can do in what order and start choosing orders for things, right?
But like we said, what I was thinking for the 3 steps: first, do the viewing, then talk to the principal about selling bracelets, selling buttons, that kind of thing. Because once people have viewed it, I mean, like I know that the girls at Murrow, once you see that movie and you see someone in the hallway going, "Buy bracelets for Maiti Nepal," you're like, "Yeah, here you go, I'll buy 15." I mean, especially like if they just come out of that experience.
Once people actually know what it's about, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is."
Because I don't think it would work if you just go in there with bracelets.
You have to make the connection from this is happening to this is happening now, and it's affecting people that are my age and
I can help, and they're
Although the great thing
so
about
have the bracelets at the screening, so you're able to sell them right then.
And the great thing about the braces is that like with those AIDS ribbons, like once people got the AIDS ribbons, people wanted to know where people got them, and people like kept wanting them, and you know it spread.
And then like the breast cancer thing, I hate Megan.
Aw, don't hate Megan.
Well, I don't hate her. I take it back. But like she got a ton of people like to donate to get the ribbons to go on the walk. Maybe we could do a walk.
We should do a walk. Yeah, it would work so well. It worked so well for Megan.
I know, right? It was like,
but she didn't organize it. But I just got people to go to it, which
I think also like a walk is a big thing.
it is.
Like that's one of the later steps,
You can't be
but
so mad at
still a
Megan.
walk
I
is
think you
big.
need to get your friends involved first.
Yeah.
Call all
So
your
that
friends.
then when there's the screening of the film, and you might want to talk to your social studies teachers as well as the principal or the guidance counselors, because those are the people that can make it happen.
Well, I don't know.
So we agree that,
my
like,
I don't think
my
that
advisor
Mrs. Dre
would
would
not
do
be
anything.
Well,
I don't
obviously
think
every
that-
school is
Or she
different,
would
but,
be.
Okay.
but I would get your friends involved so that when there is the screening, they're all there and the word is out that there's this movie. And as Lydia suggested, having the bracelets at the movie so that, it's like when you go to the movies, you want popcorn. Well, you want the bracelet to promote the problem.
Bracelets and orange ribbons.
So we agree that we first we get people to do it, and then we get the screenings, look at not for sale, maybe not for sale even for starting the people, like getting people to do it, and then after that we start like doing the fundraisers and then going to like local groups trying to get. And then getting the word spread after that. We start small by getting people in our class.
I think
Maybe
that
like
after
in
the
51
screening
we
we
could
should.
tell the Rachels if there still is
Yeah.
one. I don't know.
Yeah.
We could tell them and maybe they could help out.
But I think
Well,
that
why don't
if
you
everyone
guys
would
write
let
down
us
everything
go there and
you
make a
think about?
speech to these people,
So-
they maybe not show. I mean, I think that they could show the movie to 8th grade classes, but 6th grade classes, parents would get
They
really
wouldn't
mad, so
even
you can't
they
do
wouldn't
that.
even allow us like to show the like really bad friendly
It's
racial
not-
video.
I
I mean,
know,
and that
it's
was
not.
intense. That was, but
Yeah.
There's a-
even if
there's
not the
a-
screening, we can have that speech.
There's
Why
a
don't
more
you guys
intense
make a little
Rachel movie
video?
than
Yeah,
the movie-
that
oh
only the
my
adults-
God, that had I was sobbing.
Yeah. Like, so the thing is, I think that
I just want to say a couple things. All of the things you're discussing are great, and really, that's the way to build it. You're right on it. I think if you go to your librarian, you go to your student government, or however you organize a general assembly for the upper grades. Can you hear me?
Yes.
yeah, like I don't think we have a library.
If you had a general assembly, and I don't know, I think you're right that film is too intense to show to younger kids. So you want to focus it to the kids your age and up. The book Sold and also the book Not for Sale are really powerful books, both of them. And if you got your librarian to say buy 10 copies of each or buy 1 copy of each and then pass it around and formed a club to support Maiti Nepal, and kind of use some of the tools from the Not for Sale group, I think it'll start rolling really quickly. You can also, maybe we can get a whole bunch of copies made of the video somehow.
I can do that.
So that every one of you can have a copy, and because if you say you gathered, each of you gathered a group of 10 or 15 friends at your school,
and then
and you showed them that video, they would be really motivated.
I think that after we do the
take
video,
that into
then
the
we can
school
come
from
back.
there, and then you've got this core group that's already active and on board.
Yeah, and also like with people our age, you know, we just came into high school too, and a lot of people just want something like new, something to just like get into.
Yeah.
And you know, it's hard to like get into things that already like are just established, you know. And this is a new thing, and that's like it's
I know that for
I know
me,
it's
at
kinda-
the beginning of high school, I just like I hated it because I had been involved with something really that like I loved for the entirety of middle school, and then like when I went into high school, it's just like, oh well, I mean there's school, but isn't there something else to be more important? And I would get involved with things, but it didn't seem like people cared, and none of the clubs really interested me that much. But I mean, I think that this is the kind of thing that if we go like get into something, like make your school experience meaningful, and it's starting new, and it's with freshmen. Other freshmen will join.
Plus, like, you know, right now, especially the freshmen are like, oh, well, you know, I might have joined a club in the beginning of the year, but I didn't want to then, and now it's too late because everything's like, everyone's really like tight and, you know, cliquey, and it's like,
They already formed it.
and since this is something brand new, people might be into this.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should wrap up this meeting right now because it is 1:45 and I have to go to work.
We are very late. So much better.
So I wanted to thank you all. I wanted you to remember to go home, look at the Not For Sale website. I want you to write down your email before you leave so I can send you all those links. And I want you to all write down your ideas. And just write them down. It doesn't matter in order of preference. Doesn't matter how big or small, okay?
okay.
And
And just one last word. One last word about Maiti Nepal. Last year, I think, was the first year that they started taking their girls onto buses and trucks at the border, and they did it at 12 border crossings, and they saved 1,900 girls from being trafficked.
It's amazing.
They estimate there's 20,000 girls every year that are trafficked from Nepal into India.
I think way more than that. I'm sorry, because India is like a huge country, and I don't know. When people are saying the 1,500, it's small. I think it's way bigger than that, and so I don't know.
Oh, there are many more girls in India that are Indian that are also trafficked in India. But what I'm saying is that specifically from Nepal into India, there's like 20 to 25,000 girls.
So that's a lot.
And it's one of the youngest trafficking routes. Like they take girls that are 10 and up. You know, so. But once you sort of touch on this there, then you have to realize that it's also happening in Brooklyn. It's also happening in Manhattan. It's also happening all over the world. You know, 27 million people all over the world. So, you know, you're going to be taking a piece of this, but it's good to know the big picture as well, so that you can talk about that with your friends as well. Okay. So good luck. I know you all are going to create a powerful change and actually help some real people with what you're doing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you, Jeffrey. We'll be in touch soon.
Great to meet everyone. Good luck, and we'll be talking again, I'm sure.
Bye.
Bye.
So how do you turn this thing off?